Well, there were some commenting questions on that last video that I thought it would be easier to do another video to clear up. Now, first somebody had mentioned that they thought the wood might be teak. Well, yeah, I think it is. I haven't worked with teak a lot, but I know these handles on the Nagant pistols are teak. And this wood looks very much like that. But I'd have to say not all of them are, because that second one that came in, I'm pretty sure it was elm. And I've worked with elm before, and it's not my favorite wood. But another question, so when they say hardwood, hardwood's a pretty vague term. It covers a big area. Somebody asked about the sling. Now, this is the regular one that goes for a K98. And it's got this is the one I did that unboxing from that IMA that makes the reproductions. And if I remember right, it was like a $20 sling. But very well made. And it fits the gun very well. But, I had never dealt with one of these. And so I thought, to figure out how this worked, this would be a chance for YouTube to teach me something. How to put it on, because you're looking at them and there's this weird buckle and it doesn't make any sense. And there's that odd tabby thing. So I did a search on it and I found a video that said how to install a Mauser sling. So I was trying to watch this video, and when I clicked on it, it starts out, like there's this big cloud of smoke and music blaring and lights flashing, and I actually shut it off. I thought I must have clicked on something wrong. It was like some 80s music video or something. But I went back and looked, no, and it was how to install a Mauser sling. And eventually, watching further into the video, a guy does come out of the fog and installs the sling. But after watching that video, I'd have to say I found out I put the sling on backwards, after I'd watched the video. Because, there was all this flash going on, and there really wasn't the substance there. It was like too much sizzle, not enough steak. It's once you get it on there, it makes sense how it goes on. But that video didn't help me a hell of a lot, but it kind of gave me a clue as to how this piece went on. So then I was able to figure it out. Because then it makes sense. When somebody asked about so they aren't so stiff. This one's still a little bit stiff, but I've been soaking it in harness oil. And eventually it is softening up enough, because you should be able to slide it. These keepers are really tight, but I guess that's a good idea. But that way, see this buckle in, it's leather covered on the side that goes against the gun. So it makes sense. But that video wasn't too informative. But that's, it tends to happen that way. People make videos that, it's all flash, and it really, just because you can do something like that doesn't mean you should do it. I mean, it tends to detract from the video. You could have done that video in, well, I don't mean to pick on this particular guy, because I see this, it's real common, where like the music and stuff, it gets in the way, too much showmanship. Just get the information out there. That's all they really need to do. But like I say, the sling, they're available and they do fit on this gun. But there are a lot of slings available, and some of them are seconds and stuff. That's why I went with this one, only because I know if the guy is making perfect copies, the odds are it's going to be a better sling. And it is good. Now I'm going to have to get another one, but not bad at all. And handy to have, especially for what I'm going to use this gun for. But I'd have to say too, I noticed, YouTube is weird, and it I guess always will be a little weird. in that sometimes comments come in that I can't reply to, like the one about whether this was teak. I have no option there, and it must be if they come through from the Google Plus thing, because I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, once in a while I get messages that so-and-so is following me on Google Plus. Well, I'm not even following me on Google Plus. I can't even get to Google Plus. So if a question comes in from there, evidently I can't answer it. All I can do is, the only option I have there is to report it. If somebody makes a comment and I click on it, my only option is to report it. Well, I don't know what that means. So I really don't know how that works. And I know a lot of times there are some comments that don't really come in. I don't see the comment. I see a person's name and nothing after it, just their channel name. So it's like they're voting present. I really don't know what that means. But that's all. I was just going to clear that up, that I do think it is teak, and this is that I am a sling. And there's other stuff in the company that I'd like to buy. They make a holster for 1911 that is like the original holster. But like I say, their stuff is made to be used in movies, so it has to be very accurate. So they do a very nice job on this stuff. But if I decide to do that, I'll give you a view of that when I do. But the sling certainly is fine. And it is, like I said, when I first got it, I was looking at it puzzling, how in the world could this work? Because, like I say, I had never dealt with this whole buckle arrangement. And once you figure out how it works, it makes a lot of sense. It's just really, really engineered for a simple strap. It gets a little complicated. But once you figure it out, it makes a lot of sense. But like I say, this could have been, like a 15-second video. It didn't have to have all the smoke and flash and stuff. But like I say too, it's not uncommon.